to talk about the fact that there's really strong demand for stablecoins coming from certain sectors in the world. But the demand for money comes from economic activity from people. It's people who are earning money through work, earning money through lending and doing other kinds of things. And where do they want to keep their money? Citizens in countries that have high inflation are really strongly demanding dollar-denominated products to keep their money safer after they've earned the money through work. And in many countries where you can't get a dollar bank account, stablecoins are your best solution.
An enormous announcement coming from Ripple today. The XRP ledger, it has a new stablecoin. It is issued on Ethereum. And why is this significant? Well, the AMM needs a high-quality stablecoin. Yes, this can be used for payments, but the feature that is very interesting is auto-bridging. That is on the DEX and can potentially use XRP as an intermediary currency. Auto-bridging improves liquidity across all asset pairs. By using XRP, it is cheaper than trading directly. This works because XRP is the native digital asset to the ledger. Essentially, it achieves the best total exchange rate. The current size of stablecoins by market cap is 150 billion, with 3 trillion expected by 2028. That's just around the corner. USD Tether is 100 billion of that 150 billion, but we've got new stablecoins being issued like rapid fire. Another stablecoin that was born in the last 24 hours comes from the Van Eck Air and team, which attracted 12 million in a seed round for the next generation payment instrument called the Agora dollar. They have the quest to create the most liquid dollar-backed stablecoin that moves value on blockchain rails. What I find interesting is that they call the digital dollar as a public good.
But what stablecoins are really about is just payment instruments, right? The idea is that stablecoins are a faster and essentially free internet-based way of holding and remitting money to people. And in the developing world, where it really matters how quickly inflation erodes your savings, matters a lot more than it does in the US, there's a demand for these products. That's a way for us to make the dollar relevant again at a time when governments around the world are looking to decouple from the dollar. That's really a pretty important policy issue. It's not about crypto. It's about the role the United States plays in the financial system.
Dr. Rosalind Layton wrote another article that just roasts Gensler. And as she says, the SEC came to destroy crypto, not to regulate it. Well, what does Senator Lummis say about stablecoin regulation? Have a listen.
Well, we're making progress in the area of stablecoins. Certainly every day we continue to negotiate between the House and the Senate, Democrats and Republicans. So it's a very bicameral, bipartisan negotiation. We've gotten good technical assistance feedback from the Fed on that component of the Lummis-Gillibrand bill. So I'm optimistic that we will see stablecoin legislation this year and possibly even in the first half of this calendar year. You know, it's been such a challenge to get the House and the Senate, the Democrats and the Republicans, on the same page here, that I don't want to dive into the details. It's a pretty delicate discussion. And if I were to say, here's the areas of our sticking points, they're one thing today, and a few days down the road, they're different. So it's a pretty dynamic discussion, and we're not there yet. We're not to the finish line, but there really is light at the end of the tunnel.
And as everything is rapidly changing in this space, a new press release came from the BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, that's the Bank of Banks, a blueprint to the future of money. We're talking about cross-border payments that are going to be tokenized. Here are the key points: smart contracts, a centralized, single, private, unified ledger, and atomic instant settlements. The tokenized cross-border payments will happen with 7 central banks using 7 different fiat currencies. Project Agora. You can see here the wholesale cross-border payments happen today with going from a bank to their payment system, then going across multiple correspondent banks with their payment system, and finally ending at the bank that can pay out to the payee. But things don't always go smoothly. There are a lot of failures at the information check. So here we have banks, including the central bank, correspondent banks, all using the Agora platform. This is powered by all syncing up with smart contracts.
Tokenization is more than just a digital representation of money and assets. It involves digital representation on a programmable platform, which means that tokens can incorporate the rules and logic governing transfers, as well as the information about the asset itself. Now, currently, money and other claims reside in separate databases that are connected through third-party messaging systems, meaning that transactions need to be reconciled separately before being settled with finality. Tokenization makes all this one seamless operation. Tokenization is well suited to resolve incentive and information problems. Think of an example where a buyer would like to pay when the goods are delivered, while the seller would like to deliver the goods when the buyer pays. Tokenization can solve this problem by executing both transactions at the same time. 2 real-world applications discussed in the chapter are resolving foreign exchange settlement risk and unlocking supply chain finance. A unified ledger with CBDCs can make full use of the ability of central bank money to knit together diverse elements of the financial system. In this sense, the full potential of tokenization can be harnessed by having central bank money reside on the same venue as other tokenized claims.